Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first OPBlocks podcast in hopefully a long series of many. Um, Today, in our first episode, I am joined by my wonderful co-host Luke, who
Right.
will soon to be known as Hide Your Cat,
Yeah, used to be leukemia,
uh,
but now we're changing that up.
and we've also got the admin Penguin.
Hello. Oh, I was supposed to say something.
Yeah, I was hoping you would speak.
Yep. I
And
am Penguin.
yeah, Penguin will be talking about the Skyblock reset for us in a little bit. And we've also got Troy.
Hi there.
Uh, So yeah, we have this new podcast. We're going to try and aim to release an episode every 2 weeks. And to celebrate the first few episodes, we have a $15 gift card hidden somewhere in this video. So keep an eye out, and you might get yourself something on the store. Luke, would you like to introduce some of our upcoming segments that we've got today?
Yeah, so during this time, we're going to be discussing Skyblock, obviously, because we have Penguin, who's going to be answering any and all of our questions, sorry. Uh, and we'll also be discussing some of the suggestions from the Discord, just giving our thoughts on them. What else are we doing? Yeah, just interviewing
Yeah.
Penguin is the
Yeah,
big part of this podcast, so yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're starting with, timing it for the Skyblock reset. This definitely isn't a last-minute recording.
Definitely not. What are you on
Wink,
about?
No.
Um, yeah, okay. Penguin, let's talk about
That's me.
reset.
All right.
It's later today as we record this. Just a few
Oh, it
hours.
is?
Yeah.
1 hour 53 from time of recording.
Yeah, yes. That's definitely not last minute.
Definitely not. What do you mean? No. We recorded this like in November 2020. What do you mean? Come on. Definitely not.
I don't think I was even admin back then, but moving on. What do you guys want to know?
Let's talk about the new servants to start with. What were you
Right,
thinking when you introduced them?
new servants. The old servants, they were kind of just, they were there, they were nice, but they were also there for too long. So what we decided to do was change the system and make it a bit more exciting. So now you can upgrade it with multiple upgrades that you can obtain through crates and some other ways. So with these servants, you can customize them a lot more than you could previously. In the sense that there are servant layouts which you can follow to optimize your servants. And while we were making this, we were also going through the process of what would players like to do? How do we make these servants more entertaining? So with the new features, we also have essentially auto collectors, I guess you could say. There's a servant storage rather than linking to an external chest. And servant storage can be upgraded. So the servant now internally holds the items rather than being linked to an external chest, which can fill up quite quickly.
Does this mean that the servant vacuum bug is fixed finally?
Yes, that should mean that servants no longer eat your items, which, was
They
a
don't
little
need
bit of an issue last
sustenance.
season. Yeah, they don't need to eat your swords anymore or eat your
Well, that's nice.
pickaxes.
How does the layout feature work? Because I had some questions. Like, is that like a physical like block layout that you place around them? Or is there
Yeah,
like something
so in the
else
section of,
working with them?
yep. So in the servant GUI, there is an area where it shows the optimization of the servant. So there's an optimized layout. You would place blocks around it. You would essentially follow the layout. It tells you exactly what you need to do, and if it says to put stone, you would put stone there to optimize it. If it says to put a spawner for your Slayer servant, you put a spawner. So these are the ways that you kind of follow the layout. There's a whole GUI that shows you in game, and that is generally pretty easy to follow. If you don't understand, obviously ask a staff member, because staff members are here to help.
We're very helpful. We're very, very helpful. Definitely helpful. Cool. That sounds good. You got any questions, Luke or Troy?
Nope, no questions for me.
Well, going back
Luke,
to comparing them to the old season, how would you say they keep up with the older servants? Would you say they're better, worse?
I would say, since it doesn't use a cobblestone generator anymore, I would say that the servants are linked more to themselves and are more independent rather than linked to island upgrades. So I think they can reach a better. They can be better if it's maxed out, but it might start off a little slower since it doesn't follow the island upgrades anymore.
Okay,
Oh,
so it gets better as it goes along.
Yep.
So right. You said the upgrades, the upgrading things changed. You said they come from crates now?
The upgrades do indeed come from crates now. There is an upgrade crate where you could get all those nice little servant upgrades, and you could get these keys through magic and fantasy crates, I believe, as well as the mob coin shop.
Okay, cool. So it's easy to get
And
for
black
free-to-play
market.
players.
And black market, correct.
Oh, of course, of course, the black market. We'll come on to that, I'm sure.
He's always there.
Yeah. Luke, do you want to ask about a feature?
Yeah, we can move on from servants to mob armor, because I'll be honest, I don't even know too much about this, so I'm kind of interested to hear how it properly works.
So mob armor is basically armor but special. Each mob has a chance of dropping an infused skull, which is essentially a special skull used to craft this mob armor. You could raise the chances of the skulls dropping through your island upgrades. The mob armor gives you special effects if you have multiple pieces of the set. So, for example, if you have 2 pieces of, let's say, the Wither Skeleton set, you get Strength 1. And then if you have all 4 pieces, you get more effects as well as a special ability. And currently, if I remember correctly, there are 7 different types of mob armor.
Sounds quite fun, and then that will give another
Yeah.
incentive to grind out mobs instead of just XP
Mobs, yeah.
and
Instead of leaving
levels.
it servant.
Correct.
The infused skulls look like any different? Have we got like some cool like art for those, or
They
do
look
just
the
have, like, a
same
name?
as regular skulls, except when you hover over them, it should differentiate from regular skulls.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I guess that means the head tokens are still in as well.
That is correct. Head shop is still the same.
I like the head shop. It's quite it's a good
It
idea,
is.
that was.
It's a good boost. Good little feature.
How does the prestiging work? That's certainly something that's like new and should definitely add more progress for like the higher islands so they don't get bored.
Yeah. So island prestiging is a new feature we have decided to add this season. If I recall correctly, there you need to max out all your island upgrades before you can prestige once. What prestiging does is it will add more upgrades that you can get. So essentially, you should be able to upgrade your mob drop percentages above the cap if you prestige, as well as, I believe, getting a mob coin boost every time you prestige.
Cool. How expensive is it? Is that like is it very expensive, or do you just need like the upgrades maxed?
You need the upgrades maxed, and you need a bit of money because obviously you can't just have free prestiging. Uh, when you first join the server and you do /is prestige, you can see a list of all the prices and all the upgrades that you get with it.
Ooh, that sounds exciting.
Yep.
Yeah,
Lots
and
of grinding to do.
along with how prison prestiges work, how you lose all of your ranks, would you lose all of your existing upgrades in favor of being able to unlock new ones, or would you keep those?
I believe you keep your existing upgrades, and you could just keep upgrading them past what you already upgraded them to.
Oh well, that's good. those upgrades are really expensive
Yep.
Yeah,
in terms of tickets, which is kind of the idea.
and they're meant
Yeah,
to
it would
be
be a
because
little bit.
I believe you can get up to level 10 on some of those island upgrades now through prestiging. So
That is correct.
Mm. Which
Would you
I'm
say?
sure it will be OP.
Yeah. Would you say the upgrades have changed at all, or are they just extra levels on top that give extra bonuses? So like, would
Most
level
of them
5
are
last
extra.
season be the same?
Most of them are just extra levels, except there are some newer upgrades, which we can get into later. But the upgrades should be a little better than last season, if I recall correctly.
Okay, well that's cool. Now this is probably this is the penultimate feature. It's my favourite one on the list. But I'm sure Luke or Troy would be happy to talk about it.
Yeah.
Mob coin and the spawner gems.
Yeah. Mob coins and spawner gens are generators that, well, respectively spawn mob coins and spawners. You could get these from crates. And when you place these on your island, you can essentially, they're like a servant, except for spawners and mob coins. They generate a certain amount of mob coins or spawners every hour. And you can upgrade these to make it better. Eventually, you can unlock tier 5 spawner generators, which can generate you a tier 5 spawner once every 6 hours, I believe. And mob coins generators are also pretty helpful. They get you quite a bit of mob coins in the end.
And I guess with the fact that they're generators, people just AFK on their island, do nothing. These would
They
be
can.
fairly expensive to upgrade, I would assume.
They will be fairly expensive to upgrade, but
is
it will still be profitable for players to upgrade them.
there a cap on the amount of generators that one can have on their island?
Yes, players start out at 5, but it can be upgraded to 10.
Oh,
Yeah, that's good that it's not something that people can just get a bunch of and AFK to be super OP.
that could
Indeed.
cut the eco.
It definitely can.
Yeah.
There's no fun
Okay.
without a little eco breaking, is there?
Yeah. Let's talk about a new addition to the Nether in Skyblock. The new beacons.
Yeah, nether beacons. Those are fun. Nether beacons, they give you a little boost in Skyblock or in the Nether now. So the Nether beacons were actually, they were thought up because we saw some complaints last season about Nether not having enough, or there's needs to be more in the Nether. So the beacon feature kind of gives you buffs to kill mobs faster and get more grinds, or grind faster. If you look in /is Nether, you will see another upgrade for the beacons, and there are 5 levels that let you obtain a new booster to upgrade, or to get a new effect on the Nether Island. And you can upgrade between 4 different boosters: Cell Booster, Mob Coin Booster, XP Booster, and the Ticket Booster. And for the beacon effect, you can choose from Speed and Haste, Speed and Regeneration, or Strength and Haste. But you only get one of these effect actives at a time.
Cool. Am I right in thinking the booster? That's like the only place you can get like a ticket booster, so that's quite valuable.
Yep, it would be. So that would give players more of an incentive to go to the Nether this season as well.
Nice. The Nether is definitely one of my favourite features from last season. It was like an extra island. It was nice.
Yes, it was.
And the auto regenerating farm, that was quite cool.
Yep.
Someone like to talk about the next update on the list?
Yeah. Black Market Dealer has had a bit of a revamp, hasn't it?
He's had a glow up. He's still the same. He's still the same black market dealer. Except his trading looks much prettier now. Rather than a straight line of, I think it was 8 or 9 items, it is now in a pyramid type formation with legendary items at the top, rare items in the middle, and common items on the bottom. There are now tags in the black market dealer. as well as some other neat little items that you guys will find out once you start playing.
Cool. I like the tier style system. I feel like so like the higher the tier, the more like expensive it will be. I'm assuming.
Yep, and the better the item, the rarer the item, it shows up much less.
Cool.
I assume black market is now going to be a bloodbath when he appears.
It often is a
Yep,
bloodbath,
I mean, the black market is definitely going to be exciting.
and then there's a few smaller changes that we can kind of just list off. We've got the mythical chests have been nerfed heavily. Their multiplier's been dropped.
Yes, they have, because we want to make sure that the players that are actively grinding have nearly the same chance of getting IS top as players that have mythical chests. That is the reason for the nerf.
Cool. This is something that people have been asking for a little while, the join messages.
Yeah, I believe those are in the works of being toggleable.
They have been added.
Oh, they have been added.
They have
All right,
been added.
yeah.
It'll be in slash menu, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, they should be added in slash menu now, and based on player feedback, we decided to make this a feature for players that want to not have a join message when they join the server.
Yeah, occasionally, like a player might just want to slide in and just like grind for like an hour or so and just not talk to people. Which I guess makes sense if you want to stay quiet and not talk to the chat. You can do that if you now really want to.
Correct.
Yeah.
And then, speaking of chat games have had a revamp, so hopefully we won't have any Christmas chat games in February.
We might.
Oh
God.
I'm just messing.
Swear now, if I see like Christmas when it's like April time, then like there are going to be issues.
I will make sure that over the summer in like June or July there will be Christmas themes just for you, Luke.
Cool, that's perfect. That's all I wanted. Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah, the new chat game system is just to match the one that was added to Milky Way for this season.
That is correct.
I love the games. You've got to put thought into it rather than just kind of guessing the scramble.
Right.
It's kind of funny seeing people just spend like 2 to 3 minutes trying to figure out the maths questions.
That was quite entertaining. I've seen the chat game go like, "What's 0 times 9?" and I've seen the answer 147, and you know, it's all right.
What?
We all struggle with math.
Hell, a lot of us struggle with spelling most of the time. The amount of times it looks like someone smashed their head on their keyboard trying to spell something is unreal.
Yeah, it's the speed typing. People lose their accuracy and just go for speed.
Okay, what do we have next on this list?
Another addition from prison.
Feature.
Yep,
Yeah.
Outpost. How would Outpost work? I guess that would give your island like a mob coin booster, XP booster, something like that.
Yep, it would
yeah,
give your island a booster as well as keys every hour. Somewhat like prison, except obviously different types of boosters.
And what kind of keys will this give you?
I believe they give you magical keys. I need to double check, but I'm pretty sure they're magical keys.
We've got a quality of life feature. You can now get mob coin notes. That's useful for like trades and things.
Yep.
I'm sure there'll be someone who will appreciate that. We've got the ore hoppers. This has been asked for quite a few times.
I'm excited for
Yeah,
these.
ore hoppers are basically mob and crop hoppers, except for ores, as the name implies. Yeah, we thought players would like these, and it seemed helpful, so that is something that exists now. Especially if you want to grind and link it to an auto chest or something, that would make it really helpful.
Oh yeah, for grinding money.
Yep.
I'm sure it'll be kind of useful if you kind of just want to like just kind of sit there and mine rather than just like with like a Netflix show or something, rather than having to run around and pick up your items. I'm sure
Yep.
someone will appreciate it.
Yes.
Once again, don't auto-click. Just say that there. 1 hour /shop on voting. I like
An hour
that.
/ Yep, that should be a feature that is implemented, and we just thought players might have fun with that, and it seemed like a really nice thing to have, especially since Prison has /fly, I believe, or is it /
It's
autosell?
Autosell.
It is.
Yeah.
Yep,
I
there it
believe
is.
last season of
It's autosell.
Skyblock had fly. I could be wrong,
Yep.
but I think it
That
had
was-
fly last season.
I don't know what it had last season. I have fly on Skyblock, so I probably wouldn't notice.
Another quality of life edition.
Yeah.
Of the shorthand numbers. They are the best addition for me for Prison. It's so annoying having to type out about 17,000 zeros trying to work out what the correct number is. It's such a good
Do you
addition.
not just accidentally? Do you what? I don't see the issue with paying a player $1 trillion on accident.
No, definitely not.
Does it-
And then they
instead
log when
of-
you try and get it back. There's no issue with that at all.
And we've got coloured wool has been added to the shop. Was it not in the shop?
That wasn't in the shop last season, but this season we're expecting it to be in the shop.
Builders out there will be happy with that.
Yep, it is under the colored section of the shop. So it's along with all the dyes, and yeah, that's just something that you could buy because players wanted it.
Yeah, and
So there
there's
it
been
is.
many fixed bugs. Do you want to give us an example of a few that have been?
Some of the fixed bugs, I guess. Well, the biggest one is the servants eating all your items. That was a big one. Some other ones, I don't really know off the top of my head. There's a lot that were fixed.
There was
the servant
also
one I would say is the biggest one. There was also
there was also a lot of testing done by our wonderful staff team as well. So
staff team tested for a lot of bugs. They reported a lot of bugs. So
round of
big
applause
shout out to them.
everybody.
Could not have done it without.
Base testing is always good.
I think another one that was big was having ender chests in the shop when they couldn't be placed on islands. I believe that has also been resolved.
Oh, I originally had that issue when I started on Skyblock and bought an ender chest, and it was like, well, it's not working. What do I do with this now? So yeah, that will help a lot of players out.
Yeah, that's. I believe that's all the features we've added this reset. There's lots of big things.
Yep, big changes, new season, new features. We think players will enjoy it.
As do I.
And we'll definitely be playing it in an hour and a half once it releases. At time of recording, that is.
You may
It'll
see
be
this podcast after it releases or slightly before. You could listen into it while you're playing, I suppose. I suppose this is the end of the podcast, so they'll be hearing this at the end. But there will be a gift card somewhere in the video. If you missed it, go back, and Troy will put it somewhere in there. I hope.
Put it somewhere in there.
In before he just forgets to put it in, and there's
if
people
Troy
looking
doesn't
there
put
for
it
half an
in,
hour.
if Troy doesn't put it in, message me on Discord, and I will make sure that he gets a nice little talking to from a penguin. No, I'm kidding. But
that we'll just make him do a giveaway of about 20 gift cards. Don't worry about it.
And
that should be an incentive to put it in.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Thanks for giving us that kind of like behind the scenes look, Penguin.
Yep, no problem.
At
the time of the video,
interrogate you.
at the time of the video being released, might already a reset. So if you're watching this during or after the reset, have fun.
Enjoy the update, yeah.